Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. My name is Don Edwards. I'm the head instructor at Integrated Martial Arts and Fitness. We're located in Livingston, New Jersey. The holiday seasons are upon us, and what I wanted to do was share just a couple of safety tips, things that you should be aware of if you're not already, about shopping at night, driving at night, shopping at night, going to the malls alone, so on, so on, and so on. You always hear at this time of the year, people unfortunately being either mugged at a mall, or carjackings, or the fact that people are out with more cash in their pocket to shop and with gifts and stuff just creates more opportunity for things like that to happen. So what I thought I would do is I put together a list of maybe 15 or so suggestions that you might find helpful. If anything, what it'll do is raise your awareness. And one of the things that we always say in our self-defense courses, especially our women's self-defense course, which we call ACT for Women, Awareness and Confidence Training for Women. The awareness is first because that is your first line of defense. To be aware, to not be caught up in a situation to begin with. So the same exact thing applies here. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple of things off, talk about it a little bit. There'll be a link, a website that you can go to. If you have any questions, you can catch us on our Facebook page, or you can email me, and I'll be more than happy to discuss anything with you. Okay, first, driving alone at night. Right, a lot of times you don't have any, or you have little choice on who you shop with or how you shop, so whether you have to go alone or not. But it's always good to try to get somebody to go with you. You always want to partner up, just lessens chances of anything happening. If you can do that, that's great. Okay, not everyone can, but driving out, especially if you're taking public transportation, you would like to take public transportation with someone. Okay, and it's always a good idea to let people know where you are going, so somebody at least knows what your itinerary is and where you're expected to be. So God forbid if something does happen or somebody's looking for you, they have a general idea of where to find you. Okay, once you get to a mall, make sure to keep the car doors and windows, the windows up, car doors locked. You don't want to give anybody an easy entrance into your car. So that's real important. It sounds like it would be normal, but sometimes you'll see, windows slightly down, or maybe forget to lock the doors, but just always keep that in your mind. Lock the doors, windows up. Okay, and make sure that the alarm is activated. Most cars now, with their remote, have an alarm with it, but if it doesn't, there's not much that you can do with that. But if you do have an alarm, make sure that the alarm is activated. Just one more layer of defense. Okay. If you're going to a mall or wherever, even if it's not a mall, if you're just shopping on an avenue, try to make sure it's a well-lit area. Try to avoid darkly lit areas, especially like parking lots where the lights are out and stuff. Not a good idea. So try to avoid that. And also, if you can, carry a little flashlight with you. Okay, they make these little tactical flashlights. They got a key ring on the end of them, a lot of them. They make a good defensive weapon. We actually teach people how to use those in our self-defense course. But you'll notice on the tactical lights, the edges are scalloped a little bit, so it's a nice little weapon, as well as providing some light if you're approaching your car and the area happens to be not that well lit. Okay. Also, try to avoid parking next to vans, campers, or anything where it's where the back of it is kind of large. It's easy for somebody to slide a door open, God forbid, pull you in, or a number of people to jump out. You can't really see what's inside them. So if you can avoid that, avoid that. Also, try, if you can, avoid parking next to cars that have those darkly tinted windows where you can't see inside the car. You want to be aware of your surroundings at all times. Okay, so if you're pulling next to somebody and you see a car like that or a van like that, if you have the opportunity to park elsewhere, park elsewhere. But in any event, park as close to the store as you can. If it's next to a van, if you're closer to a store, it may not be that much of an issue, but you have to weigh, how close you are to the store to what you're parking next to, how well lit the area is. Okay. Don't leave valuables on the seat. Okay, and that's at any time, right? Don't leave your phone. Your phone should always be with you, but don't leave your phone. Don't leave a watch. Don't leave jewelry. Don't leave cash. Right? Don't leave presents visible. Right? They should be locked in the trunk. Just one reason for somebody to break into the car and try to walk off with something. So that's important. Again, a lot of this stuff is logical, but if we can raise your awareness of these things when you pull into a parking lot or a shopping area, you are looking at what's around you and you're aware of it, that's 90% of the battle right there. Don't leave the car running with the keys in it. I've even seen situations with this in the town that we're in. People will get out of the car, they'll run into a store, pick something up, come back out, the car's still running, and in one of the situations somebody jumped in the car and took off with the car. So try to avoid that. All right, that's common sense. Let's see, have your keys in your hand before you get to your car. Again, most cars are remote, but still, have your keys in your hand. You don't want to get to the car, fumble for something, you're distracted, your attention is down in your pocketbook or wherever to try to get your keys out, and you're not really paying attention to what's going on around you. So make sure that you have your keys out. Also, the keys themselves make a good weapon. Okay, keys between your fingers, they make a great weapon. So that's another reason to have them out. God forbid if you should have to defend yourself. Let's see. The other thing I mentioned before, having a flashlight, which is really good just to illuminate the area. But also, you can get a whistle that you can attach to your key ring if you need to draw attention to yourself. And a car alarm, the car remotes, they have an alarm button on it. You hit that alarm button, the alarm in the car is going to go off, whether it's the horn or the alarm or something, and that's going to draw attention to the car. And it's the last thing that an attacker wants is attention drawn to them. Like we say in our women's self-defense course, they want seclusion, right? They want control. They want seclusion. They don't want anyone to know that they're around. If the area is well lit or there's a chance of attention being drawn to themselves, it's not an optimal situation for them. Okay, and that's what you want to make, a situation that is not optimal for them. Okay. See, so the alarm button. Also, when you're approaching your car, if you have to unlock the door or you have to raise the tailgate, try not to take your pocketbook and stuff and put it on top of the car or put it on the sidewalk next to you as you're doing that. Get that in your car first. Then if you have to load packages in the back, load packages in the back. But you don't want to leave valuables on top of the car where somebody can just run by, pick it up, and take off with it. Okay, so that's important. Again, it's common sense, but it's an important thing to remember. Let me see, remote. Again, I mentioned this. I had it on the back of the list, but I'm going to mention it again. Awareness is number one. When you pull into an area, just be aware of what's around. Okay, and in conjunction with that, it's something that I had last, but I'll connect it with this. Is to trust your instincts, to trust your gut feelings. If for some reason you feel something does not look right, and you don't have to know why it doesn't look right. If you just do not get a good feeling, trust your feelings and move on. Okay, don't try to rationalize your feelings away, because your instincts are naturally your first line of defense, and that's what you want to go with. Right? Don't ignore it. Don't try to rationalize it away. Just say, you know what, for whatever reason, I don't know why I don't feel good. Boom, you move on. Okay. If there's suspicious people around your car, and again, this is all in with be aware of your surroundings, trust your feelings. If there's people around your car and you get a suspicious feeling, don't approach the car. Either get a security guard if it's from a mall, or if there's somebody walking by, or more likely somebody from a nearby store, ask them, can you do me a favor, just watch me, walk to my car with me. A lot of people will definitely do that, especially if the storekeepers builds goodwill, plus most of them want to keep the area safe as well. Let's see, and try to avoid carrying a lot of cash around with you. Okay, that's just an opportunity. Try to charge most of what you buy, if you have a credit card, if you can do it on a credit card, I mean, if you have to carry a lot of cash, you know, great, but try to avoid that. It's just something else for somebody to take. The other thing is flashy jewelry, diamond rings and stuff. All the years that I've commuted to work on subways and all, I've noticed, and my wife always did this too. If she had her engagement ring, she just turned it inside out where nobody could really see it. You don't want to flash expensive phones, fancy watches, nice jewelry. You just don't want to flash that around. Just a temptation for somebody who has the wrong intentions. Okay, so hopefully this helped. Again, each one, like I kept saying, is kind of common sense and it's logical, but a lot of times you're not aware of it, or it's not in the forefront of your head when you're out shopping. You know, you're thinking about, what am I going to buy? Where do I have to go? But always, just the first thing should be, just look at your surroundings. If you don't feel comfortable, change it. Be careful where you park. Those are the main things. You know, be a well-lit area. If you can, not too far from a mall. Kind of hard this time of the year because everybody's shopping. One last thing, some malls have valet parking. And for the cost, like a mall near us, which is Short Hills Mall, not too far from where our business is, they have valet parking for $10. To valet park your car for $10, it is well worth it. There have been some incidences in that mall over the years, some unfortunate incidents, and it's a high-end mall. So it doesn't really make any difference. It's high-end, it's not high-end. But if you have the opportunity to valet park your car, definitely take advantage of it. Okay, it's well worth it. This way it's brought to you, got people around you, pack your things up, and it eliminates a lot of the concerns that I just went through. Okay, I hope this helps. Hope everybody has a happy, healthy, and safe holiday. Look back shortly because I'm going to do another one on home safety and just some tips and some things that you could be aware of. Okay, again, happy holidays, and check back for the next video. Thanks.